Good evening and welcome to another Faithful Mondays. And I am Pretty, the Money Whisperer, the Wisdom Advisor. And I'm excited to be with you guys today. I had a little rough day. My daughter was going through it. And I guess today is, I don't know. All the things I wanted to talk about today is I do want to talk about them. But I think I want to talk to my moms. And I want to dedicate this day to you. I am a new mom. I had my daughter after 40. And at first, I didn't know how to feel. And it was different. It was different. Because I'm a planner. And I normally plan things. I try to plan everything in my life. But God showed me that your ways are not my ways and your thoughts are not my thoughts. And in Him doing that, what I didn't plan happened, which is my amazing daughter. And I had to adjust to that. And my life had to change, and I had to change. And in changing, I'm grateful. So I don't want to cry because I feel like I've been crying all day today. But I am grateful, right? The thing I never thought about, the thing I never even imagined, right? In my, I want to say in my mid-30s, I had made a decision that I want kids if my husband wants kids. That was my decision when it came to children. Because at first, for a long time, I made a decision I don't want no kids. I want to live my life. I want to do whatever I want to do and be free and clear. And I did that. I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to travel, do the things I wanted to do, get up and go freely. And that was all because of preparation. That was all because I didn't let my circumstances or my surroundings stop me from pursuing opportunities, right? And a lot of times we stop pursuing opportunities because of situations. What's another word for situations? Just life, right? Life has a way of throwing a monkey wrench in our plans. But we have to learn how to take lemons and make lemonade. We really do. And in doing that, it gives you the power to continue to pursue. It gives you the strength to keep pushing. Today was a little rough for me because my daughter began to cry out for something that I couldn't provide for her. And it made me feel almost powerless. Because as parents, I know many of us, like I do, we want to give our children everything. We do not want them to lack for nothing. And this particular thing she was crying for, I really could not give her. I could not give my daughter what she was asking for. And it made me feel it made me question me. Oh my God, I need to do something. But honestly, it's nothing I could really do. Because what she was asking for was out of my reach. What she was asking for, only my father could provide. And so, even though it made me sad, and even when I think about it, it still saddens me a little bit. But I have peace knowing my father is able to supply all of her needs. And I know this is not Faith Fridays, but I wanted to share that because a lot of times, because we may be lacking, we feel a little bit powerless. And I want us to understand, even in our lack, we have power. Even our ability to not have at that very moment, we have power. We are not powerless. We have the person that has the answer to it all. And so I want to make sure that we understand in lack, there's still victory. And many of us look at our circumstances and it becomes us. We are not our circumstances. We are not our circumstances. Circumstances happen, but that doesn't make us or define who we are. We, as individuals, have the power to define who we are. That's the power we possess. And the blessing in it all is that we have a Father who can supply all our needs according to his riches and glory, which means there is no lack. Means he can do anything and everything. So the thing my daughter was asking for, even though I couldn't provide for it, I know my Father could. And I know if I take it to him in prayer, he will make the difference. He will make the difference. See, the enemy has a way to try to keep you down. But he can't keep you down when you continue to look to the hills with cometh your help. Your help cometh from the Lord. He can't. He cannot. And so, I am telling you tonight that even in your search for the things you may be lacking, your answer first starts with the Father. It first starts with God. He will be able to do exceedingly abundantly more than you can ask or even think. And when we say that, we are not realizing that means I can have and obtain things I haven't even thought about when I realize who the source is. See, a lot of us are using our job as a source, and it's not. It's not the source. It's actually your breeding ground to let God be God. It's your place that you can let God be the God of your life. See, places is actually opportunity to let God manifest himself in you and through you. See, we think we're going to work just to get a paycheck. No, you're going to work that God may invade that area you're working. See, God can't get into the luxury apartment space unless I go there. God can't get into the health department unless those that work there allow him to be there. God can't go on that Navy base unless you go there. So we're looking at our job as our source, but it's actually your place that you can manifest the goodness of the Lord. God lets us go in places so he can get access. God can only get access to the places we go. So if we want to see God in entertainment, believers must go to the entertainment arena. If we want to see God in the NBA, then we got to go to the NBA. See, we like, well, God is everywhere and he can do anything. He can, but he needs a vessel. See, because God is orderly. He's not going to invade a space that he's not welcome to. But once you welcome him there, he has access. And so, I wanted to share that. Like, I'm telling you, the enemy be trying it. But you got to come back and tell him some things. Because guess what? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So when my daughter, I already was feeling like, a little bit shaky about who I was prior to that. But I began to open myself and talk to some amazing women to help keep me encouraged, right? To help keep me pushing, to help keep me on the journey that God has called me to. Hey, boss lady. But when my daughter came and she began to cry and scream for something I couldn't provide, it put her, not a dagger, but it like pinched me, right? It pinched me. I felt the pain. I felt the pain in that I honestly could not give my daughter what she was crying. I couldn't provide that need. But I had to remember that my Father will supply all my needs and her needs. And that I can put this in His hands. And He will make the difference. And so, even now when I think about it, it still brings tears because I still know my daughter wanted something that I couldn't provide. But I have confidence in that my Father will make the difference. He will make the difference. And not only what she just was crying about, but everything in our life, He will make the difference. And sometimes we got to write down some of the things that we're going through. And then write down the answer that God has given us so we can see it. Because the enemy would try to bring that thing back up later. But if you could remember what God has did then, what He did before, He would do it again. So even though my daughter was crying for something I could not provide, and it pinched me, I felt that thing. I felt it, and I even feel it, even speaking to y'all, I feel it. But I have assurance that my Father is more than able to provide. My Father is more than able to make the difference. My Father is going to work it out for both of our good. And that's assurance. We think our job is insurance, but it's not. The love of the Father and His ability to provide. And His ability to provide is the insurance that we need better than any life insurance, any job, anything. So when I teach you about the money, I'm teaching you about the Father first. Because money will come when you understand where the source is. See, if you don't know where the source of where the money is flowing from, then you will miss it. And so no, the job is not the source. The job is the arena that you can allow God to be God in. The job is the arena where God can show up and set some captives free. The job is the place where you can shine. And then what? God says, I will bring you before kings and priests. So that job is allowing you to develop the skills and the tools you need so you can achieve some of the inevitable. See, especially when you're on the right job. That right job will bring out some gifts and talents in you didn't even know you had. Why? Because they will begin to press on you. Some of us feel like, oh my God, they asking me to do all this stuff. Why? Because that means it's in you. They see something in you that you're not realizing. So no, they're not trying to aggravate you. They're trying to elevate you. And some of us don't want to be elevated. But God is requiring us to come a little higher. God is requiring us to step out. God is requiring us to do more. Why? Because we are world changers. He didn't bring us in this earth to just live. He brought us in this earth to dominate and to rule and subdue. He brought us in this earth that He may have dominion. Because He needs a vessel. And He chose you. He chose me. He's chosen us. So I will tell you In your lack, there's still victory. Because even though you're lacking at this moment, that is not your end. That is not your end. So remember that. Remember that you are in a process. Everything is working for your good. Everything is working for your good. So even this moment I had today, when my daughter cried for something I could not provide, it's working for our good. It's working for our good. And I'm going to remind myself of that. And I'm going to keep pressing. Because anything our heart desire, if it's good, if it's the meek, if it's loving, the Father will provide. There is no lack in the kingdom. There's no lack in the kingdom. Circumstances don't last. Situations don't last. Positions don't last. What lasts is the Father's will for your life. And so, today is Money Mondays and investment. But I hope what I said resonate with you. And money is a figment of our imagination. It's a figment of our imagination. But when we get wisdom, which is in line with our pockets grow because our mind grow. The more we grow our mind, the more we grow our pockets. I promise you. As I'm walking to wealth, walk with me. Let me walk you to wealth. Why? Because even in lack, there's victory. There's victory. There is no lack in Christ. We don't have lack. We have transitions. We don't have lack. We have transitions. So you are not where you want to be right now, but that's okay because you're transitioning. So it's okay. Rejoice anyhow. Why? Because the best is yet to come. Time is working for you, not against you. Not against you. Say it again. As you grow your mind, you grow your pocket. I promise you that. I promise you that. So, I come on, I like to hit it and quit it. Many of you might say, Pretty, you didn't say nothing about money. But I did. Because I just explained to you, money's a figment of your imagination. So the more you grow your imagination, the more you're going to grow your money. What are you imagining today? Some of us stopped imagining when we were kids. But if Walt Disney would have stopped imagining, will we have Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald? Like, come on now. Will we have all those things? And look where his pocket is right now. So I'm telling you, I taught you a lot about money today. Are you going to get it? Or is it going to go past you? I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. Let me walk you to wealth. Hit me up. Let me walk you to wealth. I have, I think, 4 more spots for my one-on-one coaching program. I'm telling you, let me walk you to wealth. I promise you, you will get to the things you want to get to. Come walk with me and talk with me and grow with me and soar with me. I thank each and every last one of you for watching this video tonight. I hope it blessed you as it blessed me. I appreciate each and every last one of you. I am Pretty, the Money Whisperer, the Wisdom Advisor. As I tell you then, I tell you again. You can have your heart desires, but you have to align yourself with someone that could walk you to where you want to be. Have an amazing evening, everyone. I appreciate you. Blessing. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Let me walk you to wealth. Hit me up so you can join my one-on-one Walk to Wealth program. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Guys, have an amazing evening. Good night.